Good morning, everybody. Last time we have to explain intrinsic semiconductor and extrinsic semiconductor. Explanation of this semiconductor, then doping, example of extrinsic and intrinsic semiconductor. So, in case of intrinsic semiconductor, there are two examples, silicon and germanium. And in case of extrinsic semiconductor, there are two examples, that is n-type semiconductor and p-type semiconductor. So in extrinsic semiconductor are used in the manufacturing of all types of electronics components, that is diode, compound, capacitor, transistor, etc. Already this we have to know. The extrinsic semiconductor are better conductivity than intrinsic semiconductor, and therefore this extrinsic semiconductor are used in the manufacturing electronic devices, components and so on. So extrinsic semiconductor are two types, that is n-type semiconductor and p-type semiconductor, or this is the example of extrinsic semiconductor. Extrinsic semiconductor is impure semiconductor. So today I explain intrinsic n-type extrinsic semiconductor. So in case of n-type semiconductor or n-type extrinsic semiconductor, when small amount of pentavalent impurity is added to a pure semiconductor, is called n-type semiconductor. What I am saying? What is the definition of n-type semiconductor? The small amount of pentavalent impurity is added to a pure semiconductor is called n-type semiconductor. Small amount of pentavalent, keep in your mind, pentavalent impurity. Because extrinsic semiconductor is impure semiconductor, and therefore the part or the types of the extrinsic semiconductor are also impure. So the pentavalent impurity is added to a pure semiconductor, it's called n-type semiconductor. For example, arsenic, antimony, phosphorus and so on. This n-type semiconductor, the pentavalent element is the one which has 5 valence electrons. In pentavalent or in n-type semiconductor, it consists of 5 valence electrons. Then the effect of addition of such pentavalent impurity atoms to the silicon, the effect of addition of such pentavalent impurity atoms to the silicon, as shown in crystal diagram of previous type, that is extrinsic semiconductor diagram. Then in n-type semiconductor is formed by adding the small amount of pentavalent impurity, and this small amount of pentavalent impurity added in the pure semiconductor. When the pentavalent impurity such as arsenic, antimony or phosphorus added to the intrinsic semiconductor, so 4 valence electrons of arsenic atom form 4 covalent bonds. 4 covalent electrons of arsenic atoms form 4 covalent bonds with 4 valence electrons of the neighboring silicon atoms, as shown in previous crystal diagram of extrinsic semiconductor. The 5th electrons of extrinsic semiconductor or p-type semiconductor, arsenic atom does not have a chance to form a covalent bond. The 5th electrons of this atom does not have a chance to form a covalent bond. This is an additional valency electrons where can enter the conduction band very easily to be the free electrons. This is an additional valence electrons which can be enter into the conduction band very easily. These electrons or valence electrons enter into the conduction band very easily. Why it is possible? Because more excess of electrons, that is more excess of free electrons present in the n-type semiconductor. And therefore the corresponding to each other or corresponding to each impurity atom, extra electrons become available for the conduction band or n-type semiconductor, that is excess of free electrons. In this case, the number of electrons increases will make the semiconductor number of electrons or number of free electrons increase in the n-type semiconductor. This n-type semiconductor is a donor impurity. The number of free electrons will equal to the number of impurity atoms added in case of n-type semiconductor. This n-type semiconductor consists of excess of free electrons. N-type semiconductor consists of 4 valence electrons. N-type semiconductor consists of donor impurity, and in n-type semiconductor electrons are majority carrier and holes are minority carrier. In case of electrons or majority carrier, that is electrons. In case of n-type semiconductor, electrons are majority carrier and holes are minority carrier. In crystal diagram, in intrinsic semiconductor, there is impure atoms. So it consists of hole. It means that is positive, protons, and electrons means negative, that is electrons. So again I revise this n-type semiconductor importance. The small amount of pentavalent impurity added to the pure semiconductor is called n-type semiconductor. An example: arsenic, antimony, phosphorus, etc. N-type semiconductor is donor impurity. It provides free electrons. It consists of 4 valence electrons which form the covalent bonds. N-type semiconductor is predominantly by the electrons predominantly. This n-type semiconductor, electrons are majority carrier and holes are minority carrier. So according to donor impurity, to an intrinsic semiconductor is doping, and this process of doping will alter the energy band. The donor energy level is very close to the conduction band energy, and therefore unbounded valence electrons of the impurity atoms can very easily jump into the conduction band and becomes free electrons. This is the importance. The unbounded valence electrons of the impurity atoms can very easily jump into the conduction band. Why it is possible? Because in the n-type semiconductor there is excess of free electrons. Then p-type semiconductor. In case of n-type semiconductor, when small amount of pentavalent impurity added in the pure semiconductor. In case of p-type semiconductor, when small amount of trivalent impurity, keep in your mind, trivalent impurity is added to a pure semiconductor, is called p-type semiconductor. For example, gallium, indium, boron, aluminum, and so on. But I am saying, what is the definition of p-type semiconductor? The small amount of trivalent impurity added in the pure semiconductor is called p-type semiconductor. For example, indium, boron, gallium, aluminum, and so on. In case of p-type semiconductor, these p-type semiconductor are formed by doping a pure germanium or silicon crystal with the trivalent impurity. In case of p-type semiconductor are formed, or this p-type semiconductor are formed by doping a pure germanium or silicon crystal with trivalent impurity. The material having 3 valence electrons, trivalent means 3. So p-type semiconductor consists of 3 electrons or 3 valence electrons per atom are known as trivalent material, and therefore intrinsic semiconductor is pure semiconductor and p-type semiconductor is trivalent impurity is added, as shown in previous crystal diagram in case of intrinsic semiconductor. So from this diagram we have to seen in previous lecture, when a gallium atom is added to the silicon, when a gallium atom is added to a silicon, its 3 valence electron will form covalent bond. 3 valence electrons will form covalent bonds with the valence electrons of 3 neighboring silicon atoms. With the valence electrons of 3 neighboring silicon atoms. And in case of p-type semiconductor, hole is created. This hole is positively charged as it represents the absence of negative charge. Hole is positively charged. It represents the absence of negative charge. This corresponding to each trivalent impurity atom added, and hole is created. So in case of p-type semiconductor, hole is created. Why it is possible? When the positively charged edges represent the absence of negative charge, and thus the corresponding is trivalent impurity atom added and to create the hole. So in case of p-type semiconductor, holes are majority carrier and electrons are minority carrier. Holes are majority carrier in p-type semiconductor and electrons are minority carrier in p-type semiconductor. In case of p-type semiconductor, the increasing number of holes will make the semiconductor. Increasing number of holes will make the semiconductor. It is possible to control the number of holes by controlling the doping concentration of trivalent impurity atoms. But I am saying the number of increasing holes will make a semiconductor in p-type semiconductor, and it is possible because it controls the number of holes by controlling the doping concentration of trivalent impurity atoms. And this p-type semiconductor is acceptor impurity. P-type semiconductor is acceptor impurity. For example, gallium, indium, boron, aluminum. Again, I revise this p-type semiconductor. The small amount of trivalent impurity is added to a pure semiconductor is called p-type semiconductor. For example, indium, boron, aluminum, gallium. Then properties of p-type semiconductor. Number 1, p-type semiconductor is acceptor impurity. P-type semiconductor has 4 valence electrons which form the p-type semiconductor has a 3 valence electrons, keep in your mind, 3 valence electrons which form the covalent bonds. In this case, holes are majority carrier and electrons are minority carrier. In p-type semiconductor, current condition is predominantly by the holes. In p-type semiconductor, current condition is predominantly by the hole. In this p-type semiconductor, the changes in the energy band diagram due to the doping with acceptor impurity, the energy level acceptor impurity, is very close to energy level of valency band. The changes in the energy band diagram due to the doping with acceptor impurity, and therefore p-type semiconductor is acceptor. The energy level of acceptor impurity is very close to the energy level of valency band, and therefore the valency band electrons can very easily jump to the acceptor energy level behind holes in valency band. So in case of p-type semiconductor, there is also conduction band, valency band, and forbidden energy gap. And if you get the explanation, or you get the detailed explanation as shown in previous crystal diagram for intrinsic semiconductor. So student, I stop here. Thank you very much.